Illegal sports betting isn't just a growing industry. It's becoming a dangerous trap for athletes at every level. From pro stars to college hopefuls, basketball is now facing a wave of scandals linked to gambling. And while not all cases involve criminal charges, the damage is often permanent. Careers lost, reputations ruined, and millions of dollars at stake. These 5 stories reveal just how far the consequences can go. Number 5, Jontay Porter, betting on himself to lose. In March 2024, Toronto Raptors forward Jontay Porter became the first NBA star banned for life for gambling. It wasn't just that he placed bets on NBA games. It was that he bet against himself. Porter was found to have made under-wagers on his own stats, like rebounds and points, and then exited games early, citing injuries. The betting activity was discovered when suspicious patterns triggered alerts at regulated sportsbooks. Investigators confirmed that individuals close to Porter won more than $54,000 based on these bets. Porter, who was already battling injuries and limited minutes, saw a chance to cash in. But the price was ultimate. His contract was voided, and he's now under federal investigation. It's the first major modern-era NBA gambling case, and likely not the last. Number 4, Iowa State University, the college ring that went too far. In 2023, Iowa State became ground zero for one of the largest known college betting scandals in recent years. Over a dozen athletes across several sports were investigated, but among the most notable was basketball guard Jeremiah Williams, who allegedly placed bets on games he played in. Using shared accounts or accounts in relatives' names, players placed wagers worth over $45,000. The bets spanned NCAA games and pro leagues. In many cases, the wagers violated not only NCAA rules, but also state laws prohibiting athletes from betting while under scholarship. Williams was suspended, removed from the program, and his draft stock vanished overnight. For many of these athletes, the long-term consequences wasn't jail. It was losing their entire career path. This case reignited calls for NCAA reform, as critics argued that players, often struggling financially, are particularly vulnerable to gambling temptation. Number 3, Malik Beasley, civil trouble, alleged gambling debt, and garnished wages. While not accused of illegal betting, Malik Beasley's recent legal trouble reveals a different kind of gambling scandal, one that unfolds off the court. In early 2025, court documents surfaced showing that Beasley owed substantial sums, tens of thousands of dollars, to multiple individuals. One of those creditors, a businessman, successfully petitioned to garnish Beasley's wages via court order. Sources close to the situation say the debts stem from gambling-related loans and personal bets that Beasley allegedly failed to repay. While no formal criminal charges have been brought, the situation is under legal scrutiny. More importantly, it raises a troubling question. How many NBA players are entangled in private, unregulated gambling activity away from the public eye? League officials have not commented, but insiders say the NBA is monitoring the case closely. For a player once seen as a rising star with a strong future, this legal and financial mess has cast a long shadow over Beasley's reputation and possibly his future in the league. Number 2, Alabama basketball, the silent staff scandal. While much attention focuses on athletes, insiders know that coaches and staff can also be a dangerous link in betting scandals. In 2023, Alabama's men's basketball program quietly dealt with an internal investigation after sportsbooks flagged unusual line movements tied to certain games. An assistant coach was believed to have leaked non-public player injury information, which dramatically shifted betting odds just hours before tip-off. Although no criminal charges were filed, the assistant left the program shortly after the probe. and the incident was never formally addressed by the university. Sportsbooks estimated that more than $100,000 was wagered based on the leaked data. This case shows how, even without athletes betting, inside information can turn into massive profit and compromise the integrity of the game. Number 1. International betting syndicates and the global threat. In 2024, a joint investigation between FIBA and Interpol revealed a growing threat that extends beyond North America. International players linked to offshore betting operations. The probe centered on a group of pro-level players in Europe and South America, including one Brazilian national who allegedly transferred over $200,000 to illegal sportsbooks. These players weren't just betting. Some were believed to be influencing game outcomes in minor international leagues with limited oversight. The use of crypto wallets, shell accounts, and international wire transfers made tracking the activity difficult. What made this investigation so alarming is its scale. It wasn't a one-time scandal, but evidence of an organized syndicate. Games with low TV exposure and weak oversight became targets for manipulation, and the players, often underpaid, were easy recruits. Authorities have not named most individuals involved, but warnings have been issued across FIBA's membership nations. This case proves one thing: basketball's gambling problem is now a global issue. Whether it's a college guard throwing away his future for a few $1,000s or a pro being sued over unpaid debts, one thing is clear: the line between basketball and betting is getting thinner and more dangerous. These cases aren't just about individuals. They're about the integrity of the sport. The leagues, the schools, the fans all rely on one basic truth: that what happens on the court is real. When betting compromises that truth, the damage is more than financial. It's cultural, it's foundational. And as betting becomes more accessible and more embedded in sports media, one thing is certain: this problem is only beginning.